Hi everyone, welcome back to Inspire Tech Education. In this video, we are going to learn what is regions and availability zones. So, AWS means Amazon Web Services. It is a cloud platform made by Amazon. Before cloud computing, companies had to buy big servers and keep them in their offices, right? So now with the AWS, we can rent services, storage, and databases from Amazon using the internet. So here we only pay for what we use. That's why AWS is so popular around the world. So people use AWS from many countries like India, USA, Europe, and many other countries. If AWS had only one data center in one country, people far away would get slow performance. Am I right? So, AWS built data centers in many places across the world. These data centers are organized into regions and availability zones. So, we'll talk about what is an AWS region. An AWS region is a geographical area, a place in the world where AWS has its data centers. For example, you can take Mumbai, Tokyo, Singapore, and London. So, here each region is completely independent. That means data in one region stays in that region only unless you move it yourself. So, if your users are in India, think your users are in India, you can choose the Mumbai region for faster performance. So now, what are availability zones? Inside every AWS region, there are multiple availability zones, also called AZs. So, an availability zone is one or more data centers. Here, each data center has its own power, network, and cooling. Okay, so all availability zones in a region are connected using high-speed private networks. Okay, every region has a maximum of 2 to 6 availability zones. So minimum 2 and maximum 6. If you take the example, the Mumbai region, this has three availability zones. One is AP South 1A and AP South 1B and AP South 1C. If here one availability zone goes down, for example, due to power failure, AP South 1A goes down. The other two AP South 1B and 1C still work. That's how gives us high availability and no downtime. Let me take one simple example here. Think of it like think of it like this. A region is like a city. Region equal to city. Okay. And availability zones equal to small villages. So if one village has power problem, the city still runs because only one village has problem. That's exactly how AWS regions and availability zone work together. So we'll talk about why AWS uses regions. Okay. AWS uses regions and availability zones for four main regions. First is high availability, okay, and low latency, disaster recovery, compliance. Okay, so why I'm saying high availability is if one availability zone fails, another still works. So that's the reason it always keeps your app running. And low latency. Here, user get faster access because data is closer within their region and disaster recovery, easy backup in another regions or availability zones. If one region is not working, we can switch it to another regions or if one availability zone is not working, then we can use another availability zone and compliance. So here some countries need data to stay within their borders. Here, when you create something on AWS, like an EC2 instance or S3 bucket, AWS ask you to choose a region. Okay, so let's quickly revise what we learned so far. We learned about regions and availability zones and uses. Okay, so this setup helps keep our apps fast, safe, and always online. That is it for today's video. Now you understand what AWS regions and availability zones. If this video helpful for you, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. In the next video, we are going to learn about AWS EC2 and what is instance. Thanks for watching.